new here, let me go ahead and give you a quick breakdown. In addition to what we have in the Swiss flags, we have +2 or -2 enemy HP, means they're a little bit weaker, a little bit stronger. We also have second quest dungeon floors, as we find paying for the door repair. And also we have mixed hints. The hints will either be helpful or they will be community based. No deceptive hints though. If a hint just says some sort of garbage information, that's a fake hint. There won't be a hint that says, like, there won't be any deceptive hints, no fake truths. And
Yeah, it'll just tell you silvers will be somewhere, and you'll say, "Oh, that's community. That's not real."
And we find an early candle.
Yeah, with their start screen, it means they can go down from start if they happen to die and go through that forest, or they can continue down through the Armos to the right and go through that forest as well.
Yeah, this is a pretty good item to find. They could also start looking for bombs. And we see vanilla level 5 being checked by Chessjerk, and that is a door repair, it looks like.
Well, you know it's the best time to find that door repair. Get away scot-free, broke your door.
And sort of okay medium secret. It's not average price. The vanilla is 30, but just 1 ruby shy. That's not that bad. Could have been far worse. And that's enough to buy bombs, actually. And level 2 has been found over... Whoa! Hello! Level 2 has been found by Matrick. But Chessjerk finding a 108 large secret. That's positive. That's really good.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be a poverty seed this time around.
And Chessjerk has found level 4. Looks like it was in the forest. One south of where they started. And an early Triforce. So it's not even been 3 minutes and we're already on the board with a Triforce out of 4.
Thought this was supposed to be a tough seed. What happened here?
Well, they still need the item. And it looks like we have Tektites in level 2. And a potion shop found by Chessjerk. Very nice kill with the candle there for Matrick. Going to up an A though. And it looks like Matrick's gonna find this other... Oh wow, hello. You're not supposed to be up there. Get out of the HUD. We find an arrow shop though from Chessjerk. That's a pretty good find. And Matrix found the forest cave here. And what do we have inside? Door repair. And given the fact that was 29 rupees, that means it was like about 23. And was that the power bracelet I saw on the coast?
That is correct. That was PB.
Alright then, that's pretty good find for Matrick. And we have the Taking Roads, one at Vanilla level 2, one at Monaco Rock. Let's see where the other two are. All the way up at Spectacle Rock, that is a great one, I think. And the last one is at the coast. 3 of the worms are right next to each other. That's not good, but at least they have access to Death Mountain. And Chester finding another large secret. He is up to 200 rupees.
It's going to have a decision to make pretty soon. You don't want to sit on too many rupees off the start unless you plan on going for the blue ring.
At this point, I'd say go for it. And he's checking Vanilla too. He's about to discover the Take Any Roads. Another HUD clip from Matrick. And another large secret. That is very well purchased. And I just realized we have Wizards in the overworld. Ouch. Took me a moment to realize what those were.
I'm not sure that I quite saw that. I know we have Dark Nuts and what look to be Gorillas in the overworld.
Oh, right. Those are the Gorillas. And we see an arrow purchased by Matrick. I'm getting really confused about these sprites because I don't recognize any of the ones from Matrick's end.
Yeah, sometimes I just have to sneak over to Chessjerk and see what he's got on the same screen. Then I'm like, oh, that's what it is.
And Chessjerk buying bombs. And Matrick finding another heart container. Both runners are at the 5 hearts, so that White Sword Cave, if they find it, it's a 50-50 shot at this point. Pretty much. Either they get it or they don't. And a heart container on the ground at level 2, so Chessjerk has enough hearts to just straight up get whatever item is in the White Sword Cave. And something else of note, that item was on the ground. However, it may or may not be, as Matrick gets the Triforce out of 4 himself. Oh, we have a ladder block in 1, or 2 rather. Shit. The placement there next to their names confused me. But yeah, ladder block in 1. But what's interesting is that at heart container they found maybe the dungeon's heart container from the boss drop, or it could be the dungeon item.
Yeah, it's difficult to say this early on, but the percentages suggest that it's probably going to be the dungeon heart container to start with.
And level 2, we have a rank bot, and we know that the level 3 is up by the Lost Hills. That's good information. So name that ink plot. I'm gonna say it's actually one of those little music makers that you see in Zen Gardens, the water dippers.
Not quite sure what to call it, so when in doubt, it's a cactus.
That's really flat cactus, but yeah, some people are saying it's an anvil. I can also see that. So there is potentially an item ladder blocked in level 2. Interesting. And it was confirmed because there is a bomb hole.
I think given the hints, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and evacuate level 2 until we find the ladder.
Yeah, and it's a small level 2 as well. No segment, so we just have to figure out where the level 3 is. And level 9 has been found at the medicine potion shop. And there's level 1 found by Chessjerk. That is a big find. But even bigger is the wooden sword found by Matrick. Where was that? The cave south of Armos by the lake.
Yep.
And level 1's Triforce is just on the ground, so another free Triforce.
Yeah, level 1's definitely a little bit different than level 4.
Bomb expansion upgrade. 80 rupees for +6! That's amazing! That is like the godly price for bomb upgrades. It's on a discount and you get your money's worth. And here we go. We have the staircase in level 1. What do we have here? We have a passageway. This is a segment of level 1, folks.
Yeah, I'm just going to say ew to that. I mean, not what you wanted to see in level 1. You're hoping for the item on the floor, the item in the staircase, and go.
It has to be, unless this is triple segmented.
Never say never.
And it's Fred. That is a vanilla bow. It's even underground and everything in level 1. But that aside, that is a huge find for Chessjerk. And we have a level 7 found for Matrick.
Man, these levels are all over the place. You can't even walk a couple of feet without hitting one.
Wait, in the Dead Woods is an entrance to death. So yeah, we found level 9, thanks. We already knew that. Finding a key block in level 1. You might be key blocked to get through the rest of this dungeon. We know the second item in level 1 is a floor drop. And unfortunately, it's one of those instances in which it might be the heart container. And we might get faked out by it actually being the boss heart container, not the coast heart. But finding a lot of key blocks here, so... yeah, our second item in level 1 might be locked behind a door. Oh, and Matrix takes a death in level 7. Back to start.
Good news about that death is he wasn't that far into the dungeon.
And level 7 was 2 south of Recorded Lake. That's not too far away from its vanilla location, actually. And Chessjerk is checking this cave. We still know that level 3 is up here somewhere. And it's right next door. And then not good ladder clip on Matrick, getting over to the graveyard. And is this an item right away? As we find it, this is the item right away. That'd be insane if this is the item and it's the silver arrows. Just in dungeons right next to each other.
Usually when you walk right in, it tends to be the transport staircase.
It's a transport, and it's set. That means that 3 is also segmented. How big is 4 to do this? I think that's what it is. It's 4 that's going to be a giant dungeon. Oh, Mag's found at vanilla level 6. This seed is all over the place. Jeez.
It'll be interesting to see if one of them decides to buy a key just to kind of get away from that key block that's happening in some of the smaller dungeons. Personally, if I know the large secret is the size that it is, it's worthwhile to me to just grab that key so I can get the items out of the smaller dungeons.
Well, here's level 4 once again. We have the sword now, so we can do our combat here. We might be able to find our item. Or we can find a ladder block. On the coast, we find a secret to everybody. That's the 3rd large secret of the match. And Chessjerk did buy wooden arrows, so he's got that bow access.
Yeah, it's good for him because he doesn't have the sword yet. It's going to give him some form of offense to use in some of these dungeons.
He might not even pick up that sword as we find them after level 4, and well, name that ink blot. I'm gonna say it's a snake. And with the 4 being from top to bottom, that's a high chance that this is what's causing that segmented 1 and 3.
Kind of looks like one of those hooks from the old Donkey Kong Country series where they jump around on them.
Yeah, I can see that. And that's a gambling game found. What's that vanilla white sword? Oh, we got some dark nuts though blocking the way. Weaker dark nuts though. Using the candle here, as well as some movement. It's just a secret. And we finally found a small secret, and it's vanilla. It's at its normal 10. Ooh, wait a minute. Choldongo, everybody. And Choldongo claims Matrix life. Back to start he goes. And that was an item staircase.
I think that sprite's pretty appropriate, don't you?
Yes, and level 8 has been found at the desert bush. Just near the lake. The Magic's gonna go ahead and check this exit to the river as well. The white sword item is the heart container. Which means we don't know the item in 2. Hint shop found by Chessjerk at the forgotten spot. And our item in level 4 is the recorder. Good find. With the any roads the way they are, that is going to help them a lot getting around this map.
Yeah, I think it's imperative to try and find the Triforce in 7 or something that's over on that side of the map so you can get quick travel.
Oh, there's our Armos item, and it's the red candle.
Yep, now both runners have the red candle, looks like.
Oh, did Matrix pick it up too? I did not notice.
Yeah, he snuck in there a little while ago, but unfortunately not useful against the Choldongo.
We have the staircase on 3, but we know this is a transport. And yes, folks, Crimson Avex has taken over for tracking here. And I see that our former tracker is in the chat and apologizing for his tardiness. It's alright, man. We do not blame you. Probably got distracted or something.
Time Zone claims another victim.
Happens to the best of us, sometimes. Candle making short work of that. And we see Chester trying to grind these Octoroks for bombs. And get some very nicely done. Now, something interesting about the Octoroks is that they can have different health pools because the game classifies the faster Octoroks and slow Octoroks as 2 different enemies.
Yep, you could have one at -2 and one at +2 health in this setup.
And let us see where these items go. We have Chester checking Candle Alley. And it's just a gambling game. Shaddy. Reason why he's not cranking out arrows is most likely to save up as you do use your rupees as ammo. He's probably saving up to buy the blue ring so that he has some defense. Which is a sensible play. And Chester is now up to 8 hearts. Very nice health total.
To be fair, I think he'd be using the arrows if he didn't have the red candle, but when you have some form of combat, you try and conserve.
Yeah. Chester has done a lot of work on the overworld right now, and he still doesn't have it as he finds the letter. He doesn't have that wooden sword yet. And only you can prevent forest fires. That ate a hint to where our swords are, but at least as far as us commentators go, we know where they all are.
I always get a chuckle when that.
Rupee boss guarded the map. There's our ink block for 3, and the item in is the book. Ho hum.
Always get a chuckle when that community hint is underneath a burn bush.
Oh yeah, I just realized that was only from forest fires. But yeah, the book is the most useless item in this in the randomizer at this point. Its one and only use is to cause the candle your one-shots to burst into flame. Which is nice if you have dark rooms, but we don't have any dark rooms because we are using the shapes layout, as you can see by Matrix map. And the Glyric was guarding the Triforce in 3. I didn't even notice that. And Chessjerk has now discovered level 9. He is going north. If he goes north again and checks that cave, he's found a sword. And there he goes. He is now armed. But Matrix has found his way into level 1 and has some keys, so he can potentially find the floor drop here and also get the bow.
Yep, we might finally get to see what the second item in here is.
And there's our map of level 1. Wow, that segment is only 3 rooms.
It's a pretty small one in general.
I would not know what to name this ink blot. I'm just gonna say a wilting beanstalk or something. And vanilla level 3 being checked by Chessjerk. Finds in a door repair. And Matrix gonna be really happy there, buying those 80 ruby bombs for +6. That is, oh, that is such a good price. Wow, that price. I'm still reeling at that price. That's like what, the minimum price you can have on the bomb expansion purchase, and it's for the maximum.
It's fairly close.
And it's for the maximum amount of bombs.
Yep, ranges from 75 to 125.
So yeah, that is a dang good price for that amount of bombs. And they're probably going to buy the other one if they find it. Oh, Wizards are in the dungeons. And Matrix has found the bow. Meanwhile, we have Chessjerk and 7 digging around. Maybe we'll see the item here in 7. But is noping out, and I don't blame him. He has his low health wood sword against Wiz ropes.
Yep, collected those keys and may go back to some of the smaller ones he's locked out of.
And that's... he's gonna go potentially buy secrets here. I would not be surprised if he went and bought some hints, and then did a retry, and then bought the blue ring. But dipping into 4. And looks like he's gonna poke around here, look for an item. Matrix rather, takes a death. And goes back to start. And a nice multi-kill from Chessjerk there on those blue Wiz ropes. Meanwhile, he's going to go down these stairs and find his recorder. That'll be a great find for him.
Absolutely.
Now the question is, where are our runners going to go next? We haven't found 5, it looks like. And we haven't found 6. Yeah, 5 and 6 are the last 2 dungeons we're missing. Because we found 8. It's northwest. It's that one northeast corner of the big lake next to level 1. I remember that much. Speaking of level 1, we have Chessjerk going back in here looking for that 4-drop now that he has keys. They're in the same room. They're giving each other a little bit of a high five here. And Chessjerk is going deep into level 1. He's looking. Finds a clock. What is our floor item? Is it here? That's a heart container, but that's could be just the. But we know that is the not the coast heart, because that was the white sword item. Meanwhile, we see Fred. We need to talk. I think. The 4-drop, ladies and gentlemen, level 1 is Lord Banana, as it should be in vanilla gameplay.
Yeah, this is getting scary with how much vanilla we've got in this race.
It's just a vanilla level 1, that's it. G Mario, I believe he's using a sprite overhaul. None of the mechanics are changed, it's just a major overhaul to the sprites. I don't know the source, though. Legacy of the Wizard, thank you, Crimson Avix. Also, once again, thank you to him as well for stepping in place of our tracker, in absence of our tracker here. And we see Matrick in level 2. Now, we pretty much have all but confirmed that this item here in level 2 may be ladder blocked. But Matrick doesn't know that. So he's gonna potentially waste a little bit of time here unless he can find the item elsewhere. And I don't think he's found the White Sword Cave either, so he's gonna be looking around hoping that it's there. Finding the Triforce though, so he's on the board there. He's at the 4 pieces.
Yeah, this is going to come down to who can find the ladder first, and therefore unlock what's probably going to happen in the rest of the seed.
Well, 5 and 6, once again, have not been found yet.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out on much of a limb here and say it's probably in Death Mountain, given how little they've explored of that and how much they've covered across the rest of the map.
Well, for all we know, it could be in those spots that are, you know, power bracelet blocked. Chester picks up a key here. We don't know what the layout here for 3. But we find some buyers here guarding a door. Can't make short work of them. Oh boy, we potentially have a ladder block in level 3. No item. Gonna try going south here, killing off these buyers. And trapped in the room of the Gleeok, but this, I believe, is the 2-headed Gleeok that has the Triforce. And Chester putting on a clinic here, killing this thing quite easily. And there he goes, gets the Triforce out of level 3. So where's our ladder? I hope it's not in a... I hope it's nowhere important.
But you gotta hope it's not a find the bomb hole in one of these dungeons they've skipped early, because they may think it's ladder blocked item when it's not.
I think I've seen that before too, which is really bad.
Yep, you may or may not have seen it today, in fact.
And Chessjerk is buying the blue ring. Smart purchase. Doubles his defense so that he can take a lot more punishment. Our coast item has been found, actually. Right. It is the power bracelet. But we, again, do not know where 5 and 6 are. But if they are power bracelet locked, that means one of our other 2 dungeons has to have the item. Or one of our remaining 6 dungeons, rather. It should be, it has to be like level 8. It has to be, it's so big. Oh wait, has Chessjerk not checked this room here? Yeah, I don't think anyone's killed these Lionels. I think that was our floor item. No, it was a compass. The compass was down that room.
Yeah, I think we can eliminate the floor item in any rooms that they can access at this point.
And yeah, I want to say that this randomizer does not lock its own items if you don't have access to them. They're not required.
I'm sure Fred could bring something up. Whip up one of those nice troll seeds.
I mean, it wouldn't be too much to, if the logic says that the ladder's not required, that it locks itself. But I think for the sake of not having a soft lock, that it can't lock itself at all. It has to be available.
Yeah, for this seed, certainly.
Oh,
but...
wait a minute. We have new dungeon information. Level 6 has been found. And the Triforce is immediately found as well. Jeez, that is the 3rd fast Triforce. Actually, 4th if we count level 2. And it's on Death Mountain. Yeah, right there. That is a great find for Matrick. Try first level 2 for Chessjerk. And Spectacle Rock as a secret.
Yeah, we had a superior model sighting on Chessjerk's side.
You mean the scrap metal?
No, I mean the superior model. It was actually a vanilla location.
Brad, we need to talk seriously. No. But no, that's commonly not referred to as the scrap metal or the inferior model. Everyone likes Lord Banana a little bit better than the Magical Boomerang. Okay, I'll rephrase it. Most people don't like the Magical Boomerang. How about that, Havix? And we find a staircase in 8. Now, there is a transport in 8. At least one. But it's an item, and it's the white sword! That is a great find.
Yep, upgrade in combat to go along with his upgrade in defense from earlier.
But wait a minute. Matrix also found that same... They're in the same dungeon. This is a tight race here. Jeez. At this point, it's going to come down to who finds the the ladder first. The other bomb upgrade is in level 8. Oh no! I say that because Magic now has 20 bombs, but Chessjerk does not have enough money.
I guess it just depends on your preference for bombs over a little bit of extra defense. Me personally, I die too much, so I'd rather be in Chessjerk's shoes.
I do have both. If I'm greedy. I want both. A dogger and 8. Killed, but nothing dropped. And a lot of Wizrobes. This is actually going to potentially scare Matrick out of the dungeon. As you find another spiral staircase here. Which is the second item, and it's the raft. That is a great find as well.
Yeah, with that level 5, you can't pass that up.
But level 5 at the large, it can't be passed up. No. So, folks, for those of you just tuning in 36 minutes into this race, let me go ahead and give you a quick item rundown of what we know so far. Level 1 and Level 2 were vanilla. Bow and Boomerang in 1, Magic Ring in Level 2. Level 3 had our book. Level 4, our recorder. 5 has yet to be found. 6 and 7, we don't know the item just yet. 8 has the white sword and the raft. The coast item is the bracelet. White sword is the coast heart container. And the armor item is the red candle. The items we are still missing are the silver arrows, the wand, the red ring, the any key. I'm always forgetting one item. Oh yeah, the step ladder. Step ladder, red ring. Yeah, I think that's all of them. And that's a... The heck is that 8? Jeez.
Yep, default cactus.
I don't know. And there is a troll segment. It does 8 in this place. Look at that. This... I'm just gonna say what, like I call it. I'm thinking this is an amalgamation. And another Dig Dogger, potentially blocking a staircase, but no, it's not. And we have a troll door, or Lambola sighting, rather. I get them mixed up. Drops a key, though. Ooh, Chessjerk getting bodied by the Wizrobes.
Yeah, sometimes they're sneaky and it's really hard to see them, so you gotta be careful when you run around with a room full of them.
Yes, indeed. Both these runners both have the items, so they're digging for the Triforce at this point. And I don't blame them.
Is that 2 health reds?
Very weak reds.
So I think he just hit both of them with just one swing and they just fell. So
one strike.
That's pretty easy.
They die instantly, and we have the Triforce out of 8. Chessjerk is completely done with this dungeon. He's gonna get out of here. The only thing he would stick around for is the heart container to potentially go for mags, but there's a couple other dungeons he can go for.
Yeah, that, and he's already got Betty White, or the white sword item, or the white sword itself, rather. So it's not so important to get mags.
Yeah, I think he's set in terms of his combat at this point. He just needs to find the last dungeon. Which again, folks, we don't know where 5 is, so for all we know, it's raft blocked, as Matrick gets the Triforce out of 8. He has 2 left to go. And we're seeing a ladder check, or a raft check, rather. Get my dungeons items mixed up. Not at vanilla level 4, but it could be at that coast raft location. So there is a chance that 7 or 6 has our ladder, and 5 is power bracelet blocked.
That'd be something. Get to level 6, get the ladder, go to the coast, get the PB just to get to level 5.
And if Recorder Lake has Blue Ring Shop, and Matrick is buying meat. Very interesting. In addition to being used to get past the infamous bait block of Grumble Grumble, it can also be used to lure monsters around, which is not exactly that effective. I've never actually been able to use it properly, even in vanilla play. But if you do use it for bait, for its intended purpose as bait, instead of the key to get through the bait room, it does not get consumed, so you can use it as much as you want. And Matrick is now up to that, starting that second row of health. And Chessjerk getting a little trolled by the bubbles. Hang on a moment. We have a staircase in 7, as well as the map. It's also segmented. And this is the passageway. And I'm going to say a train about to be struck by the lightning on this one. Chessjerk is in the lightning bolt section. And that's Goma. Cat playing with a string. I can also see that. These runners are the same idea here. They're both checking level 7. Unfortunately, this blue Goma is not going down without a fight. It's dead. There's a staircase underneath. It's another transport. This is the other transport staircase. So we're looking for one more, and there's another staircase here. Block slips in. Very nicely done. It's the other end of the transport. Wow.
That's my favorite thing to see.
Yeah, that was a beefy Goma as well. Matrick takes a def and set, and back to where he goes. And a ladder block key. That's not going to help much. So the segment is absolutely pointless. So we shall see if the item is here in 7 or not. And yeah, once we find the ladder, I would say we are in go mode. Actually, yeah, we would be in go mode. In terms of, with the exception of finding the silver arrows. And, of course, find the dungeon.
It's certainly an interesting race that we have shaping up here.
Yes, make sure to give both these runners a follow, by the way. These guys are doing an excellent job of this race. And another Goma here in 7. Jeez.
They're literally right next door to one another fighting Gomas.
Yep. And there's a bomb hole. Leave your life for max bombs. Both runners have +6 bombs. No big deal. And Chessjerk is going north. Matrick went south. Glare turns in near the desert. Old news. The compass is ladder blocked. And we have a Manhandla guarding the door to the north. And no staircase here. So Chessjerk is hoping that these Like-Likes are guarding the Triforce. But he's got to be careful. One more little bite from them and he's gone. And back to start he will go. Will he be Like-Like food or will he slaughter them all? Looks like he managed to do it. No drop at all, though. Oof. He has to do this manhandle, and he's at 1 hit, basically. But it's choosing not to fight it. Not worth it. I would agree. And Matrick dies again. Now, there should be a bomb wall down here. It is. Let's see what's here. It's an item room, but it's just a key. We see a little bit of a fight saying which Zelda's better. After I played both randomizers. I could say that they're both challenging in their own ways.
They certainly both know how to troll me, that's for sure.
Yeah. And ooh, there's potentially a ladder block in 7 as well. Does this mean our bows or step ladders in 6? I think it has to be at this point, unless they can get over there.
It's hard to say for sure. I haven't quite seen them ride over that direction fully.
Oh, bomb hall. And a room that can potentially be stairs, but it's guarded by blue whiz ropes. Oh, and Chessjerk takes it up.
Yeah, entering through a bomb hole is never fun with blue whiz robes and a whole bunch of blocks that they can fly through.
Yeah. And Matrick dies again to these enemies at the start. His defense is what's really hurting him right now. And Chessjerk getting out, finds the key. And there's a bomb wall right here. Let's see what's over here. We have some Zols, or gels rather. And another ladder blockade, but nothing there. Oh yeah, that's right. There's an item on the ground, so it cannot be the staircase. You're right, Crimson Aspect. Thanks for reminding me about that. So it has to be over here. This could be the room. And the enemies are a little bit fairer. And you can go south from this room. That is another big find. And I wouldn't be surprised if Chessjerk rerolls the enemies in here. But going ahead to kill the enemies in this room. There's the heart container. So Mags is now potentially online for Chessjerk. 20% chance. And just a small key on the ground. So this room that he was just in is our item room. Looks like he's going to get some kills here. Try to get some health. Or money. One or the other.
The heart container did drop, so I think it's still large somewhere.
Oh wait, it dropped in that room. That means there can't be a staircase. Shoot, where is the staircase here in level 7?
That's the $1 million question. It can't be this room either, because that bomb dropped in the middle of it. Standing.
Yeah. So this is an interesting predicament. Oh, you're right. The one room left that they haven't checked is the room north of Manhandla. Ooh, that's Evil Seed. Chessjerk is looking for the Triforce here in this Roma. I don't think it's here.
A process of elimination, I think it's either going to be in the item room
Yeah.
with the diamond staircase, or with those blue whiz robes in the Chevy room in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, so this item is going to be paramount here. They have to go up here and get this item.
Yeah, worst case scenario is it's not the ladder and
Weak Manhandla! That is a huge discovery. There's the spiral staircase, and there's the Triforce guarded by a three-headed Gleeok. We just need to get this item. The item is the any key! That's a pretty good find, but it's not the stepladder. Where is the stepladder?
Only 2 destinations left for it.
Yeah, level 5, and it has to be like level 6.
Yeah, it depends on what's left in Death Mountain, because I don't think they've uncovered all those spots, but it could very well be blocked by something.
Here's the thing, though. Chessjerk has not found level 6, and neither runner has found level 5. So we don't know where it is. Yeah, at this point, it is absolutely a 50-50 shot if silvers are a 9. Crimson Avix, you are absolutely right with that. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if Chester grinds money at this point. And I say that because he's out of bombs, but he knows that there's a bomb upgrade he purchased in 8. So you can dip back in there and buy the upgrade and have like 19 bombs. Here's the other raft check here. Raft is not required. So now there is a high chance level 5 is blocked by the power bracelet. Which means, if that's the case, then level 6 has our stepladder in it somewhere. Because there can't be anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to call it still. I want to see somebody bomb most of Death Mountain before I make that. But it could very well be in 6.
Yeah, until we know where level 5 is not power bracelet blocked, we have to see the stepladders in 6 at this point. Neither runner has dug it. Matrick has found it, was an quick try for us. Meanwhile, Chessjerk has not been up that way. And the other two items that are in play that we don't know of are the wand and the red ring. So whatever is at, all right, I'm getting off traffic here. We see Chessjerk now on Death Mountain. Hopefully they will discover level 6 soon. It's a little bit of change, which is actually very, very welcoming for him right now. That gives him ammunition for his arrows, because those actually are to be tipped arrows. Don't know why, but they are. And here is level 6 for Chessjerk. And there was a pathway to the left. Matrick never found this.
Yeah, normally I'd say this is pretty huge, but given Matrick's coverage of dungeon items and where ladder can't be, he would eventually come back here and might find that hole in the wall.
Well, keep in mind, Matrick came in from the south, so he didn't have that free hole opening because of the glitch that you normally use to open up vanilla level 1. 6, there is a transfer staircase in 6, so we don't know if it's segmented or not. But there is a Chevy room here. But here's another staircase. Level 6 has the silver arrows! So that means Power Brace is not required, and 5 has the step ladder. And we now know where every item is as a result.
That, on the other hand, is very big, because he's not going to dig 6 for silvers. I'm talking about Matrick.
So folks, we now know where every item is. Let me go ahead and give you the full item rundown. Level 1 had the bow and the regular boomerang. Level 2 had the magic boomerang. Fred. Level 3 had the book. Level 4, the recorder. Level 5 we now know has the step ladder, but we don't know where it is. Level 6 has our silver arrows. Level 7 had our any key. Level 8 had the white sword and the raft. And with the coast item being the power bracelet, the white sword being the hard cut container, and the Armos item being the red candle, that means by process of elimination, level 9 has our wand and a vanilla red ring. So Chessjerk's blue ring purchase is actually a huge advantage for him right now. Because now we know Matrick will not be finding the red ring anytime soon.
Yeah, that's already cost him a lot of time in level 7. He's having a hard time getting through that level to find the Triforce and the item in the same room.
Well, we found level 5 finally. It was at Death Mountain this whole time. And I would and Rambler's saying that this could be a ladderless seed. Even so, I would still pick up the ladder just in case. But yeah, this is find the ladder, find the Triforce, guaranteed go mode. Old news, old man. Go Cruise and Death Mountain, we already knew that. Thank you for giving us the hint for level 2, we already knew that. So Chessjerk should have an idea that level 5 here has the step ladder, and I believe we found it just now. Indeed we have. This item puts Chessjerk in a guaranteed go mode. And now has a Dodongo to deal with. And found the Triforce as well. It's just one room away. And guarded by wall masters.
A compass being helpful? What? Well, that's the item that we find after we find the Triforce.
Well, speaking of which, we're now going into level 9 here. Would you like to explain what we have to do in level 9?
Sure, there are 2 objectives left since we've already found the silver arrows. The first is to find the pig, and to slay him using, in Chessjerk and Matrix case right now, 8 sword shots followed by a silver arrow fire. Secondly, you have to find Zelda's room and rescue her from her room. To help you along the way, there are 3 potential opportunities for hints that will tell you one of several things. Either they'll tell you a community hint, which does nothing for you. They'll tell you the location of silver arrows within the segment or outside the dungeon. And Zelda and Ganon's quadrant are also available hints.
Yes, indeed. But also I should point out that because of mixed hints, they can be eaten up as well as muggers can eat them up as well. And we have yet to see the bait block as well. That can also eat the hints. But in terms of what we need to do without those hints, we are listening for the roar of Ganon. If we hear it, use one room adjacent to us, whether it be north, south, east, or west. And hey, Boltwise, we haven't seen them all game. As far as the kidnapped, we are looking for a single shutter door that does not open when we kill all the enemies. Or, if we have already killed the beast, a shutter door that opens immediately upon entering the room, even with the enemies alive. Now, the only exclusion to that rule is if it's adjacent to Ganon. Because Ganon can have multiple shutter doors. And there's our map for level 9. That is gigantic.
Yep, with 8 gaps in the map, I'm going to say 56. I suppose the real question is, are we going to have a very segmented level 9, or are they going to be able to walk around freely? That's going to probably determine a lot of the outcome of this race.
Well, with level 9 having a total of 14 staircases, 2 of which leading to items, the others are paired between each other, the chances of it being segmented are kind of high. And using this map to check this bomb wall. Oh shoot. So yeah, with Chessjerk looking around level 9 and Matrix stumbling a bit here, he might not have the means to finish anytime soon.
Yeah, the only way I think he's going to turn around is if he starts finding the items or gets lucky with the hint early on in 9, because you just don't want to dig 6 as your lone dungeon you don't know the item in. And that is where they are.
Yeah, unfortunately that is where our silver arrows are, so... Oh, Matrix had a bit of a disadvantage with that. So we have Chessjerk still looking through level 9, and meanwhile Matrix, I think, is giving up on level 7 and looking for level 5.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst play. If you feel like you're struggling and wasting too much time in a given dungeon, it's sometimes for the best to go ahead and find the other dungeons and see if you can't dig them.
Well, Matrix has found level 5 and realized that there was a bomb hole to the right, to the left rather. Meanwhile, Chessjerk finding a transport staircase here in 9. Let's see where it takes him. Just north of that blip. Ooh. A little bit hasty there. Probably would have liked to have that fairy. And Matcher taking another death. And this Matcher is no match for Chessjerk's combat. Gets through no problem. And this leads to another Patrick guarding a spiral staircase. Duchok, what did you miss? Well, we're in level 9, so a lot? Oh, I just realized this level 9 is actually segmented. This level 9 is actually segmented. The kidnapping is in southeast of Skull, so we now know roughly where Zelda is. She's in this quadrant. But the reason why I say this is a segment is because there's one pair of staircase, and there's the bait block.
Yep, it's blocking a whole lot of nothing. An empty room.
You know what it's also blocking? A hint. So there's only potentially... Oh, well, there's the compass. So the only useful hint that the hints can give now is where Ganon is. And there is a troll staircase amongst one of them, as Matrick has found the step ladder, and Chessjerk has found the red ring! I would not say no to that. That's another doubling of his defense, so now he takes even less damage.
Yeah, the situations where you nope out of the red ring are few and far between. It's well worth 8 seconds to kind of save yourself in some of these heavy combat rooms.
Well, more importantly, it means that Ganon's most powerful attack, as we like to call it the high roll driver, only takes 1 heart away. Without any defense upgrades, it takes 4, by comparison. And I also like to point out that Chessjerk did not buy a potion. So if he runs it again, and that's all the help he's gonna have. And these Lionels are lagging the room up something fierce. Matrick gets a Triforce out of 5, but needs to go into 7. And still get their Triforce there. But he knows that... Well, actually, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't have the silvers in 6. He doesn't know they're there. But we at least do have the hint that the silvers to kill the beast lie elsewhere. So he will know that silvers are not in somewhere else. Does he necessarily want to see that? Probably not. We hear the roar! Are you kidding me? If it's not north, then it's Zelda's adjacent to Ganon. But Chessjerk is out of bombs, he can't go through the wall!
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. No bombs left, has to go find some bombs before he can go rescue her.
Well, he can easily go grind some. It's not that much of an issue. He has to find some orange enemies if they're looking for dungeon-based exclusive ones.
You know, this knight could be a real hero. It could decide, hey, neither one of those bomb walls work, try another staircase. So it's not over just yet.
And Chris was pointing out the recorder like did have a bomb shop, but I think Chessjerk wants to save his rupees so that it can use silver arrows. These enemies here can drop bombs. Let's see if he gets lucky. He's gonna focus them exclusively. Does not get any. These Octoroks can also drop bombs, but unlucky again. And he went to a gnome bomb shop, so he buys 4 bombs. Matrick has to get past this man handily here, but we know that it's not a difficult task. He knows the Triforce is now. So he's probably going to look for the item, but the item room is also the Triforce room. As he will see right now. So Matrick will soon be entering level 9, but Chessjerk has already found Ganon and knows where Zelda is. And on top of that, Matrick still doesn't have the silver arrow, so I'm afraid, I hate to say it, but this is Chessjerk's race to lose.
Yeah,
Worst case,
the moment we find the exact route to the pig is the moment where it's going to be really hard for Matrick to stage a comeback.
the only saving grace is if Chessjerk keeps failing to Ganon, which is a possibility.
Yep, gotta confirm the bomb hole first. We should be finding our way there momentarily.
And if this is the only way to Ganon, the ladder was required. No bombing to the right. No bombing south. The pig is not adjacent to the... It cannot... Has to be found elsewhere.
Yeah, it's still not over. Gotta find another way there.
But he now knows the pig is adjacent to Zelda. Whether it be one room north or one room west. Heck, he could potentially just head straight north and find the pig.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's an old man and a Zelda garden in the way.
It is one room north of Zelda. That confirmed. This positioning just confirmed it. So it has to be a magic staircase, and he has to go 2 north of Zelda. Because we hear the roar here. He was in the room below. So it has to be 1 room to the right. It has to be. And you're absolutely right. He could bomb in the room to the right, in the room north, but he has to get the bombs. He's out of bombs again. Matrick is in level 9. No bombs for Chessjerk. And he is up Aing to respawn the Lionels, which is, I believe, is a smart play.
Yeah, it's gotta be frustrating because he just keeps respawning and they just will not give him one.
And buying bombs is not an ideal point right now. And only because He has so little rupees, he would have to be very, very stingy. And yes, folks, Patrick immediately found the Triforce in 6 and noped out. He did not dig it. Which, unfortunately, is going to bite him, because that is where our silver arrows are, unfortunately. Now, to his benefit, there is a hint that says, somewhere in here, that says the silvers are not in here. And he just found it.
Yep, that's going to start the timer for Chessjerk to find his way to a bomb shop or to a pack of bombs.
Yeah, he's got to basically grind this out. I would have bought bombs at this point.
Yeah, I can't imagine too many situations in which he requires the silver arrows to actually get through enemy sets, so he'd have 2 arrows left to fire.
But here's the thing, in addition to getting the silvers out of 6, Patrick has to find Ganon. Chessjerk, on the other hand, knows exactly where Ganon is, and Zelda.
And he had the bomb hole open on the left, Patrick. So this is going to be a quick turnaround, and now the race will be on.
Unfortunately, just not getting those bomb drops that he needs so desperately. And it's wasted arrows now, trying to find it. And Sports Chef, we've had a beggar that asked for 1 heart or 1 bomb. Both runners found it. Both runners took -1 bomb. And there's the silver arrows for Patrick. He is now in go mode. But the question is it going to be too late? Because with Chessjerk's knowledge of the dungeon. Chessjerk is being stubborn. I don't like this.
Oh no.
Grind rupees, man. Buy bombs.
On the other screen, though, Patrick dying to the keys trying to get to the silvers.
Oh. Well, he knows where they are, at least.
Yeah, but just think if this comes down to like a minute difference with the way Nine's trolling. It's going to be so sad that that happened.
Yeah, and make sure to follow these runners. They are putting on an excellent show here because the mind games are setting in right now. It is getting close to that time which the people are probably wondering, when's the dot done? When's the dot done? That's probably why Chessjerk is rushing this. He does not want to risk his opponent sniping him, which is a fair sort of mentality to have at this point. It's not the right mentality, though, as he is most definitely in the lead.
Yeah, but Patrick has the health to go ahead and tank as many keys as he needs to get to that silver arrow.
Yeah, these Lionels are not cooperating. He got a bomb pack! And there's the bomb hole. There's the keyhole. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. And Zelda's right behind him. Nice unlock from Chessjerk. This is all over. The pig is dust. We have bacon. And more importantly, we have Zelda one room away. Get your GGs out in chat as Chessjerk finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 47 seconds. This was an amazing race. Came right down to the wire. All right, we will have Chessjerk in here for an interview shortly. In the meantime, I'm going to ask my co-commentator, what did you think of the seed?
Well, this one certainly had a little bit of everything. Even has a chance for Matrick to finish within 2 or 3 minutes of Chessjerk if he finds the right bomb holes here.
And he finds the right ring. He is not going to say no to that. What? He's saying no to it. Congratulations on your win, Chessjerk. Walk us through that seed. You were grinding bombs there for like 10 minutes. You almost lost this race, but for one thing that saved you was the fact that Matrick found the Triforce and immediately left 6. But yes, walk us through that seed.
Sure. That's that just shows you I need to know how to count. Figure out how to manipulate bomb drops. That has always been my weak point. And but you'd think I get a random bomb after 10 minutes of grinding bombs. Just randomly give me a bomb, or if I just bomb the correct direction the first time. That was incredible. But yeah, overall, the late ladder didn't seem to be a hindrance. Obviously, it was required because the path to Zelda, I'm sure, needed the ladder, but wasn't needed much until then.
Oh, there could have been a staircase in that room.
Yeah, there could have been. I have no idea, but as far as I can tell, pretty much nothing else. I mean, yeah, I can totally see not digging 6 right away for the silvers. That's for sure.
Well, what did it was that he came in from the south, and as a result, the door on the left, the hole on the left, did not open for him. You came in from the left, and that bomb hole was there immediately, so that you went in there first and found the step ladder.
Okay.
Or no, you found the silvers, rather.
That's I can totally see why that would happen that way. But sometimes you get lucky that way.
So yeah, that means you're moving on in the tournament here to fight Amazing Ampharos. Are you kind of nervous about that?
Incredibly so. He's a very good player. And I've been telling everyone that being the #1 seed really doesn't matter a whole lot. And right now, it's a randomizer. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we're getting very close to those new flags that are gonna make things a little bit harder on you. Are you worried about anything in them in particular?
Not really. I mean, I've played them a few times. It's obviously harder with the more shuffled HP. That's probably the biggest thing. And also second quest. I think second quest doors, the walkthrough walls are in there, if I remember correctly. So that just opens up a whole host of possibilities that you may or may not be ready for.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna ask this right now. That manhandle in 7, did it scare you? Thinking, oh geez, this is gonna be a super manhandle?
Yeah, that's why I noped out the first time without the ladder. I'm thinking, how am I gonna, especially on half a heart too. I'm thinking, how the hell am I gonna beat this manhandler with half a heart and without ladder? And then I came back a little bit better prepared, and oh, he's not very beefy, so that helped.
Yeah, that helped a lot. But yeah, the bomb expansion prices were just right for the amount you got. Jeez.
Yeah, that was totally planned, by the way. No, it wasn't, but yeah, I can say that it was.
Yeah, 80 rupees for 6 bombs. That is unheard of.
Yes.
That's almost perfect. That's almost perfect RNG on that.
I also expect that there were many Freds in chat after the items found in 1 and 2.
Not to mention the fact we had a vanilla red ring and it's kind of sort of a vanilla Ganon fight.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. Although Zelda wasn't in her room, she was in a Triforce room, so that was a little bit different, but
Well, you still had to fight Ganon to get
in his room, Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. I didn't try to come in from Zelda's room from below. I'm assuming there wasn't a door there. They're pretty sure there wasn't.
No, but Matrix just took a death in level 9, unfortunately.
It's also one of the best hints to get to when the kidnapped is in the southeast, but no, you have to get to the northeast to get there. Good luck with that.
Yeah, we actually there was no hint for Ganon, I just realized. The meat block ate the hint.
Oh yes, that's true. Was there was a kidnapped hint, and I didn't see the third hint, I guess.
The third hint was the silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere, and that's what put Matrix on the track to get the silvers.
Oh, I see. He went into 9 without them. Gotcha.
And while you were still grinding out that bond drop, Matrix found the silvers and was back in 9.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Did he have as much fun trying to find the path to Ganon and Zelda as I did?
He's still finding it as we speak.
Ah, nice.
This time he didn't say no to the red ring, thankfully.
I almost said no to it, and then I thought, yeah, no, I need it, especially with no potion.
That's actually the biggest thing that made this run in your favor was the fact that you bought the blue ring. He was on green tunic for the entirety of this seed up until now.
Yeah, with all the blue Wizroad rooms I saw, I knew I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna need the blue ring, I think, at some point. And luckily, it was the right call, I think.
Yeah, especially with the large secret being as good as it was. Jeez.
And they were all I had all 3 of them in the first 25 minutes. They were all very easily accessible.
Yeah, and overall the secrets were not that bad.
No, they weren't.
The worst one was, I think, the medium secret being 1 rupee less.
Yeah, it was 29. Yeah.
But other than that was actually pretty okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of wishing I had found the red candle Armos item earlier. That could have saved me a heart. Although I found the take any for the candle so early, it probably didn't make a difference.
Yeah. And that poor lonely croissant sitting on the coast, never to be eaten.
Yep. How sad.
We were worried for a moment that the dungeon for 5 was power bracelet locked, because neither one of you found that actually until the very last dungeon, and you were the first one to find it.
Yeah, I have 2 spots left besides power bracelet spots on Death Mountain, so I had only a few options left before I had to go get that power bracelet. I'm also
you couldn't, because once you found level 6, we knew that level 5 had the step ladder.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. But I'm missing a hint shop, which I never did. I never went back to the one I found.
You never bought any hints. No one bought any hints to see. This could have made.
They were expensive.
Those hints could have made a huge difference.
I may go back and play it again to see what the hints were, to see if they would have helped. I mean, they were pretty close to where start was, so I probably could have gone to them and then retried to save the money.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that, retry, and then buy your blue ring.
I thought about it, and I think at that time I already had, 5 Tringles or 4 Tringles, somewhere around there. I think if I had no Tringles and was really hurting for help, then I probably would have done it. But I was doing decently up until that point, so.
Yeah, nothing really trolled you except for level 5's positioning, really.
I did full clear 7, I think. Trying to get the any key, which I really didn't need because I had 8 keys or so at the time. That could have saved a lot of time. Although I think wasn't that the one where the Tringle was in the item room behind the manhandler?
Yes.
Yeah, so that probably wouldn't have changed much anyway. I did enjoy the fake arrow block to a staircase to 1 room over in 7. That was also fun.
Yeah, the only thing that could have been potentially a troll here, a significant troll I might add, is the take any roads. 3 of them right next to each other.
The best take any roads ever. Absolutely.
But the 4th take any road, the one on Death Mountain, that's the one you took to get to 6.
Yeah, that one was actually decently placed. Yep.
And again, your opponent came in from 6 from below. He went up the stairs. And that's what gave you that. Again, that's what gave you that edge. Is because of the door glitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm always reminded of a speed we played in a nightly once, where I randomly got a bomb hole to open in a level that led to the silver arrows, and the map was also bomb blocked, and there was no way you would have found that, except by accident. And everyone in the race was looking for silvers everywhere. Everyone cleared 9 except for me and like one other person. And sometimes it's just, random things like that can make that happen.
Deja vu all over again for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So yes, you will be moving on. Unfortunately, Matrick, this is a loser's bracket match. He's already lost once. He has been eliminated from this race, but he's done a great job. And I want to give him some props here that despite having lost, he is still, an hour and 30 minutes in, he is still trying to find Ganon to finish the seed.
Yeah, I think he's eliminated just about every room except for the ones adjacent to Zelda, so it shouldn't take him too much longer to figure out the puzzle.
Yeah, he potentially bombs south here. Nope. So yeah, your path looks like it was, with the exception of a staircase route, was the only way to Zelda, Chess.
I believe it.
He's in the room that you had a bomb. They're grinding bombs in right now.
I'm curious to know if you could have gotten there from the very northeast part.
You could have gotten in from the north.
Yeah.
You bombed down into the room that you were farming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he can bomb down to where you were trying to bomb right.
Yeah, so probably it was 2 bomb wall paths to the bomb hole to get to the area.
Yeah, you could have circumvented the little ladder block there, but can't circumvent the bomb shortage on the drop rates.
No, and even that was even with a bomb upgrade too.
He's avoiding.
If I'd given up a heart instead of the bomb at the evil old man, I would have saved 10 minutes. That one bomb. That's amazing.
Well, he's heard the roar of Ganon. He's just looking for a way to get down in there. He thinks the staircase blocked. Oh no.
Yeah, he unfortunately did not bomb to the right yet. He may still.
So yeah, while we're waiting for him to finish up here, folks, let me go ahead and give you the schedule that we got thus far for the remainder of our races that we know of. Let me just figure out where we are. Oh, actually, we are the last match tonight. So, but tomorrow we have Dig Shake and Error 72 going at it, as well as Hibut and Janth, 2:30 and 7 respectively. But we do not have restream channels distributed to them at this time. So stay tuned for that, as well as one more match on the 11th. Random Effect takes on Zev Gedney at 10 o'clock. And we see Matrick checking staircases. Come on, have one just pop right there. No, he found the troll staircase! Oh, wait a minute, the troll staircase has bombs!
That's great.
Maybe he'll be more incentivized now to go check that one bomb wall.
It's amazing. One runner has 14 bombs and the other one has 20 bombs, and neither one can seem to keep the count up in this level 9 with how little, or how unwilling the blue Lionels were to give out the bombs.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's checking further north than he should. He's heard the roar. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm curious if that room above Ganon, it could be a staircase. That is a second quest push block room, possibly.
It is indeed, but
and I only found 4 transport staircases, I think. So there were 2 out there I didn't find. Although he found the one was a troll one, so there could be 1 left.
Oh, has to be 1 left, because So again, you can see right now that the bottom right corner is a square, but the square one left is the entrance to the dungeon.
Oh, I thought that's where he was. Okay. Yeah, so that's not going to help then.
So there's only one staircase left, and now he knows that Ganon is guarding Zelda to the north. But he doesn't want to check that bomb hole. It looks like it's the only way. So we'll see here. Wow, that kidnap is actually more ridiculous than you realize. The kidnapped hint is one to the left of where the kidnapped actually is. Oh man, that's good. So yeah, Chessjerk, any final thoughts you have on this seed while we're watching Patrick finish this up?
No, not really. I think the seed speaks for itself.
Well, then I'll ask this then. Other than Amazing Ampharos, is there anyone you were scared of fighting going forward in the remainder of the tournament?
Every single person. No, there really haven't been any easy matches, and everyone. It's the nature of Randomizer. I mean, we saw it in my first bracket race that the rankings don't mean a whole lot if certain players play better or certain players play worse, or if certain things just don't work out the way you planned. So it's not a matter of being scared of anyone. It's just a matter of playing well and hoping to play 2 seconds faster than your opponent.
All right. Imagine finding even more bombs. We've all been confirmed that it has to be a bomb wall. He's just being so stubborn. He might think he has to go all the way to the northwest corner to find a bomb hole. Which, I wouldn't put it past him, because he can't get to the far northwest. Actually, he's been there. He's been in most of the rooms.
Looks like he's only got 2 rooms left in the northwest. That's about it.
Well, one of them has to be the staircase, and the other one has to be the other staircase that leads to the wand, because the wand was also in 9.
That's true. I never found it.
And if the staircases turn out to link to each other, then that means the secret staircase up north of Ganon was actually the wand.
Maybe the game thought we're playing swordless and you need the wand to beat Ganon.
Well, he's up there now. He's checking this room. It's a turnstile room! And he does find a staircase, though. Unfortunately, it's full of laggy Lionels. And underneath, there's our wand. So now that's pretty much sums it up. It has to be a staircase room that potentially Ganon was guarding just north of him.
Yeah, it seems quite possible. There is one staircase left out there somewhere that he hasn't taken yet.
And it's just one screen to the right here. Supposedly. Oh, he has to go around. We'll see. Has to bomb through it anyway. And no, it's not a staircase.
That is a full clear of 9.
Yeah. So that means that it has to be a bomb hole.
Yeah, Metric just waved the white flag on that one. I don't blame him.
Yeah, Metric has forfeited. We'll get Magic in here just a little bit. All right, Magic.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have the entire map cleared except the 3 rooms on the far right edge. I don't know.
All right, well, here's what happened here. Zelda, you knew where she was. Ganon was 1 room north of her. And the only entrance to Ganon was 1 room north of that.
Which was unbombable because I bombed both rooms.
No, it was bombable from the right. You could bomb right and then go down, and then you can reach Ganon.
I tried that. I'm going to go there right now. I still have it open because I tried that. I have it marked on my map that I bombed that wall.
It is... I guess it must have been a mismark then. Which is unfortunate, because that is actually the path Matrick took, or your opponent Chessjerk took.
Either that or it was like something like the last enemy in the room died as you were bombing it or something weird.
I don't know. Either way, I chalked that up to that level 7. I think I died 12 times in there at least.
That was a fun level for sure.
And you know what the worst part about it was? I beat my face against that 8 Wizrobe room in the diamond, not the diamond room, the diagonal room.
Yep.
And there was nothing there.
Yep. That was I saw that the first time with Green Tunic and I don't know, like 7 hearts. I said, nope, I'm coming back later with a little more defense. And then I wasted, I don't know, 8 bombs killing that room, only to find nothing. That was great.
Hey, you know what? When I finally got through it, I got through it without taking a single point of damage.
Nice.
Only to die on the other side to more crap. It was horrible. And then I didn't realize it until I left the dungeon and then came back and went, okay, well, what did I miss? And then I realized that the life or money room you could go up from, and I'd already found every other room. So I said, okay, I got to bomb it. Sure enough, that's what it was.
Yeah, 2 other things that made Chessjerk have a huge advantage is, well, first and foremost, he bought the blue ring, which the red ring was a 9. That was actually kind of a smart play. The other thing is, you came to 6 from the staircase to the south. He came in from the warp to the west, and that opened up the bomb hole automatically for him, and that led him to getting the silvers immediately in 6.
So who was in 9 first?
Chess
He was, I'm guessing. Okay.
I was in there
I got the
exactly
hint.
an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got the hint, and I was like, not what I wanted to see.
Well, while you were getting the hint, Chessjerk actually was having very difficult time getting to get a bomb drop to spawn.
I spent at least 10 minutes grinding bombs on the blue dark nuts or blue Lionels outside the bomb hole, trying to get a bomb drop because I was 1 bomb short. That was, and I even went to buy bombs and bombed the wrong 2 walls, and I ended up being 1 bomb short again.
Yeah,
that was a very tense 10 minutes.
And then
also, I started late.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, so I turned around to talk to my wife for a second, whose computer is behind me, and I'm like talking to her for a minute. And I turn back and I see that the race had already started, and I was like, "Oh crap!" So yeah, I don't even know.
So yeah, Matrick, you are eliminated. Anything you want to take away from your experience here in the tournament?
Randomizer. GG.
Just randomizer, definitely.
It's randomizer. I mean, what do you? It's randomizer.
Well,
We
then
came for the randomness.
Well, I'm not sure what the plans are for this in the future, but if there's a second tournament coming up, would you take part in it? A new one?
I've been part of all the others.
Always glad to hear that. Even though this was kind of this is the end of your run here for this tournament, there's always next time. Good always to hear that.
No worries.
We will meet again.
Thanks for the race. Thanks for commentary. It's good stuff.
Yes, and with that, I believe we are done here. Any final thoughts from either you, Matrick?
We are no longer on speaking terms, by the way, for that seed. That level 7 ended our relationship. I'm sorry.
That is why I didn't want to deal. I didn't want to deal with it. I knew it was coming.
I mean, the manhandle was at least weak, so there's that. But yes, folks, that's going to do it for us here. I have been Wolfling0370. We've had Crimson Avix as our tracker. We've had my co-commentator, Fury SK. We had JK Allen on Restream. And from our runners here, and from all of us here at the Zelda 1 tournament, we shall see you all next time. And thank you for watching. Later, folks.